Where we are going to go is pregame introductions happen before the Arkansas game at Coleman Coliseum, and Brandon Miller gets patted down in the pregames by a walk-on Adam Cottrell, and it was just bad. It was just bad. I mean, again, you can't be that clueless right now. You've got to be aware of everything if you're Brandon Miller. I know you're still a kid, and the Alabama staff has to be aware as well, and the administration. And
hold on, let me just stop you there for a second, okay? Okay,
go.
because introductions matter to 5 people or maybe to 13 people and to nobody else. It's like I got benched. Okay, every year I got benched for like 1 or 2 games, and one year was like 8 games. I know it's a shocker to you that I got benched in coach's doghouse, but I was always the last guy introduced. That was always how we did it. Always. So, and that was, and so when I wasn't starting, like it was like legitimately guys were mad because it threw off, all right, who's getting last? And like, how does it all work? And I do my handshakes, and coaches generally don't pay any attention to that. No idea.
Yep.
And remember, as much I agree, it did not look good. Okay. And I know that it's not a police pat down. It's the idea of the octagon pat down of like MMA, right? Where you check a guy for like knives or whatever, and then he goes into the octagon. It's like you're going into a fight. Like I get it. I do understand how it looks, especially if you just parachuted in. The other problem is they did it against South Carolina. After all this news came out, he had 41 against South Carolina, the game winner. Nobody said anything about introductions. And I think the reason that people saw it was on Alabama's social media. Like no one understood it was a bad idea. So
they've been doing it all year. They've been doing it all year.
Every game.
That doesn't mean you keep doing it, Doug.
No, you don't do it. And it's one of those things.
Oh.
And I texted Nate this. I was like, look, man, you got to tell them like everything has changed. The spotlight is so bright. It's not just what happened to that the young woman who was murdered, okay, in Tuscaloosa over a month ago. It's not just that. You're also the number 1 team in the country. Like both of these things bring a massive amount of attention to your program. So just go play basketball. Don't worry about all the theatrics. Don't worry about talking to the crowd and making gestures. It's never going to go over well. You're never going to be able to explain yourself. Just play basketball. It's a great basketball team, and I think they become closer because of all this stuff. But you got to just play basketball, and that deal. I mean, it's a massive oversight, but I promise you, if you just think of the good in people, that's really what happened. Coaches don't know what's going on. This is a player thing, and the players thought it's about an MMA thing, not about a police pat down.